call the meeting to order, please? And could you all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Stacy, can we have a roll call, please?
Justin Rock is absent, excused. Mary Ann Meisner.
Here.
Green Dudo.
Here.
Ricky Joe Hickey.
Here.
David Glade is absent, excused. Molly King.
Here.
Denise Taylor is absent, excused.
The agenda, any additions to the agenda?
No changes.
So the agenda is approved. Consent agenda?
I move we accept the consent agenda as presented.
Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Then, let's see. Public comments. Anybody here wishing to address the council on something that is not on the agenda? Okay. Then we'll move into the public hearings, which is consider the ordinance for first reading of the street renaming. And it is Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I'd like to pass this off to Stacy to read the rules of order first.
Oh, the rule of order. Okay. Oh, I gotta put my glasses on. There. Oh, that helps. Okay.
It's 5A, Mary Ann. You got it.
Okay. 5A. Yeah. Consider the ordinance.
So,
Stacy, can you read the ordinance?
Yes, did you open the hearing?
Pardon?
Did you open?
Did I open the hearing? I did not. I opened the hearing. The public hearing for the consideration of reading, for the first reading of the street renaming. Stacy, would you please?
So these are the rules of order for a public hearing. The City Council will conduct one quasi-judicial public hearing. These rules of order are applicable to the public hearing to consider a street renaming subdivision from True Avenue to True Loop. File number 01 SUB 25, and the applicant is True Subdivision. Each hearing will proceed as follows. The mayor will request the staff report, which includes applicable criteria and standards for the issues under consideration in the application. Subsequent to opening the public hearing, the Mayor Pro Tem will accept testimony relating to the application. The Mayor Pro Tem may state a time limit for testimony. All testimony must be directed toward the applicable criteria. Oregon land use law requires that all issues raised by a participant during the hearing must be sufficiently clear and specific to allow the hearing body and other parties an opportunity to respond to those issues. Failure to raise the issues during the hearing may invalidate future appeal. The proceedings are being electronically recorded to be transcribed into written minutes. When testifying, please step to the podium and state your name. Before leaving the podium, please complete the speaker sign-in sheet. The applicant will be invited to speak first, followed by proponents, then by opponents, and then by any parties neutral to the application. An opportunity will be provided to parties to clarify any issues raised or to rebut testimony. Proponents, then opponents will be provided an opportunity to clarify any issues or to rebut testimony. If additional documents or new evidence is introduced during the hearing, any participant may request a continuation of the hearing. Any participant may request that the hearing record be kept open for 7 days to submit additional written evidence or testimony for the purpose of responding to new evidence. Unless waived, the applicant has 7 days to submit a written response. Members of the City Council may ask questions of the staff or hearing participants at any time. The Mayor Pro Tem may then close the hearing or continue the hearing at a specified time and place. All decisions must be based on findings of fact from the staff report or evidence and testimony received, which relate to the criteria of the land use decision. An appeal of the City Council decision must be made in writing to the Oregon Land Use Board of Appeals, together with the required fee within 21 days from the date that the final decision is mailed to the applicant and interested participants. Before the Mayor Pro Tem requests the staff report for the public hearing, the City Councilors will be asked to make any declarations. A councilor must declare any ex parte or pre-hearing contact, including the person's name and the nature of the discussion, as well as any site visitations to the area in question. Councilors should declare any personal or financial interests in this matter and may disqualify themselves from participation in the hearing. The Mayor Pro Tem will then ask if anyone in the audience wishes to challenge the right of any counselor to hear this matter. Back to you.
So does any counselor wish to declare a conflict of interest? Okay, then we can move on. Does any, I guess we don't have to do that one, do we?
You will have to ask the audience.
We still do, okay.
Yep.
Does anyone in the audience wish to challenge the right of any counselor to hear this matter? Let the record show that there are, anybody wishing to? There are no objections.
Thank you.
Okay. Mike, would you like to give a staff report?
Sure, thank you, Council. So if you'll flip to page 2 on your CAF that has the illustration of the subdivision. So over the last couple of years, True Construction has created the True subdivision that's labeled on this plat, which was initially a dead-end street, and it was named True Avenue. And this past year, they acquired the property to the north, expanded their subdivision, and created a loop street. And City Code has specific requirements on the naming of streets, and these kind of streets that start and end off of a main city street are to be called looped roads. And so this request is to rename Avenue to Loop. So it's a fairly simple request. All the property owners that have acquired property in there have been notified, and the developer is already starting to address them using the Loop name in anticipation of this change. So do you have any questions?
Sounds
I'd like to invite public comment then, if nobody has any questions of Mike. Is there anybody in favor of this change would like to speak? Okay. Anybody in opposition? Anybody neutral? Okay. Okay. Council discussion.
It makes sense to be loop.
Okay. Ask this, if there's no discussion, I will ask the city recorder to read the proposed ordinance for the first time by title only.
An ordinance of the City Council of the City of LaGrande, Union County, Oregon, renaming right-of-way situated in True Subdivision in Township 3 South, Range 38 East, Section 08 DB, LaGrande, Union County, Oregon, from True Avenue to True Loop, repealing all other ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith and declaring an effective date.
Thank you. The public hearing will continue on January 7th, 2006, at which time the proposed ordinance is scheduled to be read by the second time by title only and considered for adoption. Okay. So that is all of our public hearings. There is no unfinished business. We will move into new business, which is the resolution to approving increase in refuge collection fees, Waste Pro. So there's none of those. So let's see who's giving. Oh, John, you're doing it. You're up on this one.
Waste Pro one. That's who was Darren. Yeah.
Yes, so I believe Dan Larvick is here with
Darren.
us. I'm sorry, Darren Larvick is with us this evening with Waste Pro. He's requesting to consider an increase in fees to be effective January 1st, 2026, if approved. The requested increase is 2.9%, which is below the 3.3% reported by the Urban Consumer Garbage and Trash Collection. The attached letter that we've provided to you also is from Darren at Waste Pro and outlines the basis for the increase. He is here and available to answer questions or discussion if you'd like.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and councilors. Thank you for taking this time. As John said, I've been asked many years ago to come every year and ask for a rate increase and not wait until looking for large increases. So every year try to come in and make sure we're staying even, or no matter how small it is. So we're looking at 2.9% to keep us right where we to keep us even where we're in afloat. We're not looking forward for increases. We're just looking back for how much we lost last year, and again with the inflation that we've seen this past year. Excuse me. So it's looking like at the end of the day, it looks like it's going to be like a buck increase for the normal per month for the customers in LaGrande. And with that, of course, this year we've increased the recycling too. It doesn't really address this, but recycling levels, what we can put in the recycling bin has increased this year. And there'll be flyers coming out here at the beginning of the year, what more we can put into the bins. So that's also part of that, so.
Okay. Does anyone have questions? There.
Just in your letter, it's pretty clear, labor's increase, equipment, landfill,
Right.
insurance. So you've had a lot of increases on your end.
And there always is, Corinne. One of the things and I forgot to mention, the one that triggers us every year is the rate increase at the landfill in Baker. The county has signed a 10-year contract. It's a 5% increase every year for the full 10 years. And so,
And we have to haul all of our stuff to Baker.
correct.
And where does the recycling go?
Most of it goes to Portland area.
Okay.
It's, we used to go Portland and then go to China. Of course, China's cut that off. And so everything has to be prepared in Portland and then before it ships overseas.
Oh, okay. I did notice, though, in your carts and that, when you have the weekly garbage service and every other week, et cetera, do you have anything for seniors or for?
There is a place in there for seniors, and I'm not really, I'm feeling a little awkward here. I can't remember what you call people that can't afford the service anymore, but you use the wrong word anymore, you're in trouble. So people that are in financial trouble, there is a program for that.
For low income.
The city had set aside a program quite a few years ago, so if they call in or ask, and there is a reduced rate. It's once a month. And then it used to be the same requirements as for if to have the reduced water rates in the city of LaGrande. It's the same requirements.
So, okay, thank you. So if people are might be listening, they can call the city or they call you?
You call us.
Call you.
And there's a
you
form to
get
fill out, and the paperwork is same as they would if they did for reduced rates for water.
that. Okay, sounds good. Does anyone have any further discussion?
Looks pretty thorough.
Okay, then, Stacy, would you, pardon?
Public comments.
Anybody in the audience would like to discuss it or have anything to say on this issue? Okay. Then, Stacy, would you like to read the proposed resolution by title only?
After somebody suggests a motion.
I move that the proposed resolution increasing fees for refuse collection by Waste Pro be read by title only, put to a vote, and passed.
I'll second.
Now, would you like to read it?
Yes, I will be more than happy to. A resolution of the City Council of the City of LaGrande, Union County, Oregon, adopting a household hazardous waste program, authorizing a commingled curbside recycling program, establishing fees for various refuse collection services, including a fuel cost escalator, and repealing Resolution Number 4868, Series 2025, and all other resolutions or parts of resolutions in conflict herewith.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, I turned the page accidentally.
It's okay, you just
I have to go back.
ask for the vote.
Got that. So, we'd like to vote now.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay. The next motion is Kyle. And this is on the consideration reassigning project funds for equipment purchase of the VACCON truck.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilors. So the motion you have in front of you, this one is for reallocation of funds. So we have a piece of equipment that we commonly use called a VACCON truck. The VACCON truck we use to basically clean sewer lines. We can actually do hydro excavation with it. So instead of taking out a backhoe when we're doing a sewer tap, we'll use this piece of machinery which uses water to basically blow apart the dirt and then you suck it up. It keeps us from breaking gas lines. So when you have somewhere where you have a lot of utilities in the way, instead of risking those other utilities, we'll use this piece of equipment. The one we currently have, we purchased in 2002, so it's been around for a while. There is nothing wrong with it currently. We weren't planning on replacing it this year, but we were recently approached by a salesman who said, hey, we have a whole bunch of these units that are new that we use for demonstrations for showing our product to different cities. and we'd like to sell them at a pretty significant discount. So it says that it's about 10 or 15%, but knowing that these vehicles run on order of $750,000, 10 to 15% is a six-figure discount. So we would like to move forward with purchasing the equipment a little bit earlier than we anticipated, but with a significant discount to hopefully save the city some money. So happy to answer any questions you might have.
What are you going to do with the old one?
Currently, we'll keep it in service for a while until we see that the cost for maintaining it does no longer makes it viable for us to use. Generally, we'll sell them. Sometimes local plumbers or, other smaller municipalities will have interest in the older rigs just because they don't use them as much. So the wear stays low and the maintenance is reasonable for them.
What's the estimated lifespan?
Usually we try and shoot, we would love to replace it in 10. We usually see it run for about, our one in service now is 20.
23.
Yeah, so we run them about 20 years, which is a lot higher than we'd like to. Maybe this time we can replace it a little bit sooner, but a lot of it relates to how often we use it and how good we do on our motor pool rental rates internally.
And you have money in the budget
So
for reallocating?
Yeah, so what we'd like to reallocate, so in the two places, sewer reserve and the water reserve funds. In the sewer reserve, we had budgeted monies for building a lift station for the possibility of the East Side Housing Project, which has been put on hold based on Oregon legislature. In the water reserve, we had money set aside for the replacement of the Geckler well, which we're still in design for. So that's something that we'd probably budget for in the following year that we'll pick up. We're still going to continue moving forward with the design and things, but we won't need to use the funds this budget year.
It does sound like a good idea just to get this. It sounds like you have a bargain going.
We're pretty excited at the possibility.
Any additional comments from the council? Then we'd entertain a motion.
Mary Ann, you need to invite public comment.
Well, that's not on here.
It's number
Here,
2.
you went too far.
Oh, we
Number
went
2,
too
go
far.
back up.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
Public comment. I forget about the public sometimes, I think. Yeah. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to address this issue?
Hi, I'm Tammy Gordon with G. Gordon Construction Company, LLC. I'm one of the owners. And it's not just plumbers that use that type of equipment. We actually have one, and that's one of our new services for next year. So please don't discount general contractors, so to be able to buy the old one. So we buy a lot of older equipment. The repair and maintenance is a little bit more, but still saves us overall, especially as a growing construction company. So just to keep that in mind.
No, thank you. Okay. Then I would entertain a motion now.
Unless there's any more council discussion. Number 3.
I can't give it to
Council discussion?
you. We already had it. Nobody had anything. Do you guys want to discuss?
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to replace the one that's 20-some years old.
Okay. Now,
I move that the funds budgeted in the water and sewer reserve budgets for projects that will not be completed in this budget year be reassigned to purchase a new VACCon truck.
I'll second.
any other additional discussion from the council before we vote? Now, I'll ask for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
That concludes our new business. Union County. I don't see anybody here. Matt's not here, is he?
Sheriff's here.
The sheriff is here? Oh,
Thank you, councilors. I don't have anything really exciting for the month. It's been a busy month across the county and the state with some pretty significant calls that we've all been working on together, I think, very well. We've had major crimes team activated a couple times now. And if you're not familiar with that, it's basically our DA's office, LaGrande Police Department, Union County Sheriff's Office, and the City of LaGrande. Just donating as many people as they can to wrap these cases up in a timely manner and professionally. So thank you to that. We all work very well together in those situations. Other than that, I don't have any updates. There's nothing new and exciting that I want to share. So, any questions for me?
You guys have had busy.
It's been busy. Yeah. If you see a uniformed officer out there, tell them thank you, because they've been working a lot of time in a lot of stressful situations. So, yeah.
It was nice to see him at Walmart the other day too, collecting toys.
Yeah, that's great. That's a 3-state now, Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. It's something that was started by a young girl named Jasmine who was in the hospital, had cancer, noticed that there were some kids that weren't getting toys over the Christmas holiday, and it really upset her. And a couple years later, in her early teenage years, she started Jasmine Strong, and it's in the 7th year now, and we get pretty much every Walmart in every district anyways has firefighters and police officers collecting toys for 2 days. And then Walmart takes, I think we took 7 full semi-truck loads to area hospitals throughout the tri-state area last year. Locally, if there's any kids in our hospital here, the toys get donated to them, and then Mount Emily Safe Center is a recipient of some of those toys also. So locally it helps out. But yeah, it's an amazing program.
The officers there were very appreciative, and they let it be known. It was very touching hearing what they were saying and stuff. So
Nice.
they did a nice job.
Good. Yeah, and locally we have Shop with the Cop next week, so we've got it just keeps going. So it's a good time
It's
of
the
year.
season, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Staff comments?
Mayor Pro Tem Councilors, good evening. I just had a few updates for December. Our Letters to Santa program is open now, so if anyone wants to write a letter to Santa, you can put it in our North Pole mail slot at the library, and if they want a letter back from Santa, they have to mail it in the slot before December 19th. Really fun program. We have our Santa story time, December 13th at 10 a.m. We're partnering with the Autism Society of Oregon this year to host a sensory-friendly Santa, and that's on December 5th. It's coming up from 5 to 7. Let's see. Oh, and there are still around 20 ornaments left on the Tree of Giving out of a little over 100 to take. So I would encourage anyone to come down and take one. Those presents go to local kids and teens in the Youth in Transition and Union County Cares program. So that's it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you staff?
Good evening. The sheriff kind of looked at my notes, I think, so I don't have any, no, I do have some things to share. No, so you guys likely are aware that, here's the facts. Our staff at the police department and public safety, we're busy every month. I don't know what happened this month, but it has been extraordinarily busy. And I think I just want to share publicly to you, and I think we all have lots to celebrate and be thankful for in terms of the service that our public safety staff, and it's not just law enforcement and our EMS, but the partnerships that we have at the Grande Hospital, and just a lot of folks that come together to resolve these things. And I think it's also super important to recognize, however we can, even if it's just having positive thoughts, we have families and people in our community that are impacted by trauma every month that we see, but this month it's been pretty heavy. And so that always, those are the things that I think about at nighttime. And these families, we have some families in La Grande that have been life-changing stuff this month. So anyway, positive stuff, good stuff, you know, in terms of the way that our officers have acted and responded to those. And on a more positive note, like the sheriff noted, next Thursday, we're doing our annual Shop with a Cop event. And
And that's, it's special. And a person that's responsible for that is sitting in the room, Lieutenant Hayes, in the back of the room. He has been involved in that and really spearheading that since the beginning. And we have some regular donors that make that happen. Walmart is one of them. Lieutenant Hayes applies for a grant with Walmart each year. And it's not a guarantee. It's a competitive grant, but we've been fortunate to get that so that we can keep, because it costs money, right? But 15 kids? Yeah, 15 kids, and it's special for the kids. It's special for the officers and everybody involved. We have retirees and officers from each of the 3 law enforcement agencies in the county that participate. We have some of our professional staff and dispatchers that help with wrapping, things like that. It's a special time. So anyway, if people in the community want to donate to that, I'm not a salesman, and I hate going out and asking for donations, but we can accept those, and it's useful so that we can make sure that that program continues in the future. But that's all I really have to share, unless you guys have some questions for me.
How many years has this been going on?
17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, it's impressive. We were one of the early agencies in the state of Oregon that started doing that. And here's the truth is, now's the good time for Lieutenant Hayes. I don't want to speak for him, but I'm going to. But it's a lot of work. And at times when we're short-staffed and we have a lot of other things going on, it's not sometimes convenient because we have to contact families, we have to get waivers signed. There's a lot of, just you guys know how it is. Most good things, there's a lot of things that have to happen in order to make it work. And Lieutenant Hayes, and he's got some people that help him do that, but it's a lot of work to make it happen. But now all of that is done, and we're just going to enjoy it on Thursday, a week from tomorrow.
All done in one day then?
Yes, yep. It's like 10:45, 11 o'clock in the morning until about 2.
Okay.
Yep. And the officers get to have lunch with the kids and shop with them. It's special. Yeah. One of the most special things is, as the officers are doing this, people happen to just run into them because they're shopping, right? And they see what's happening, and it's pretty impressive, the smile, because a lot of times, I don't like going shopping very frequently, right? And I'm just business when I'm shopping, and you see a lot of people, they're not really smiling. It's not like the funnest thing to be doing, but on that day, lots of smiles. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Belle, can you tell me how many folks are in your guys' building? Like, how many employees do you have between the two?
Yeah, so how many staff do you have?
21?
No.
Oh, that works too.
You're not
That's the
welcome
fire
in our
department.
building.
21 at the fire department? Okay.
Yeah, so with the sheriff's office, 35, the city police department has 36. So
And that,
I went to public school, so you'll have to help me with the math.
and that includes the 911, the dispatch callers? and
That's
everything?
correct. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then there's people coming and going, like the sheriff has staff coming and going to provide services in the jail. We have people coming and going, so it's a very hustling. Have you been up there before?
I have.
Yeah, come on
Few
up.
times.
Yeah, come
Well,
on
I
up.
was thinking of cookies.
Oh, yes, yeah. We have a
That time of year.
magic table. I apologize if I'm taking too much time, but we have a magic table at the police department. If you put things like cookies on it, they disappear. So,
Noted.
yeah,
Thank you.
bring them up. Thank you.
Actually, I have 45.
Noted. Plus 10.
I've got a script tonight, so thank you, Mayor and councilors. So this is about a seasonal closure change at Morgan Lake. Several requests have been made to allow Morgan Lake to remain open during the winter, especially this year, whereas the site has been traditionally closed fully. And during the off-season is November 1st through April 21st. They're very defined dates because it's based on the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife fishing season. So local law enforcement has indicated they do not have the resources and capacity to respond to the low-level trespassing complaints related to individuals walking or jogging or walking dogs on the property. So given these constraints, strict enforcement of a full seasonal closure is not an efficient use of public resources. I think both of these guys back here will attest to that. In contrast, permitting controlled walk-in access aligns with the practical realities of enforcement and better serves the public interest by supporting reasonable recreational use. Pursuant to Section 2620 of our city code, The Parks and Recreation Director is authorized to regulate park use, permitted activities, and hours of operation in all city parks. So there's no ordinance change that relates to this because the director has the authority. So the action will be that on Monday, the restrooms and lake access at Morgan Lake will remain closed for the winter, but the park will open for walk-in day use. Fishing, camping, and fires remain strictly prohibited. These measures allow for the appropriate seasonal access while supporting public demand, safety management, and realistic enforcement capabilities under certain current resource conditions. Staff will continue to monitor and inform the public of these restrictions through things like, social media, signage, and other direct communication that we have at our fingertips. The change results in a minimal fiscal and operational impact. Allowing walk-in access only reduces enforcement pressure while avoiding costs associated with winterized facility access and maintenance. Because you got to remember, the restrooms are winterized and closed and locked. The garbage cans are tipped upside down this time of year. We're not used to having people up there, and I don't have the capacity. I have 2.5 full-time staff in the winter, and they still have to maintain all the local parks and amenities we have, let alone go up to Morgan Lakes. We can't do it. This item is presented today for information only, and no actions required. Like I said, there's no ordinance change that we need to make. But I want to bring it to your attention and entertain any questions.
Does the county plow the road going up there, though?
Yes, except for not the road going into the lake. So they
You'd
plow,
park where then to walk in?
well, you'd have to park on the road somewhere. Or usually there's a berm. When there's any kind of snow, there's a berm that blocks the access road. That won't change. So access will be more difficult when there's snow.
Gotcha.
But we can go up there and ski.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We do have one citizen that calls in pretty regularly in regards to concerns about people up in that area. We're sending a letter out to that individual, giving them direct awareness of this change as well, and asking them to rely on just passing that information on to law enforcement if they should see him doing any of the things that he listed that are still prohibited, but not to engage.
Also, part of the research we did was with Oregon State Parks. They have parks that remain open in the winter for day use. Also, our city attorney reviewed the rules and make sure that we were in compliance with any kind of risk that the city would take on. So I feel pretty good about it. When I didn't in the beginning, I was pretty worried about it, but I think it's a good solution for the better of not only public resources, but also the citizens in general.
Former Councilor Howard will be pleased.
And former Mayor Clements will be.
Yes.
Any questions? Okay, you'll see the announcement come out in the media, on social media, and all the things shortly, and Garrett's going to do it for us here. He's already here, so he's on it.
Maybe you'll get some cookies too.
Stu, before you go, would you like to explain about what you're doing at the park at Riverside, the music, the lights?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure. Geez, Marianne, when's that event?
Oh, I don't remember, that's why I wanted you to know.
Well, 1 second. Jeez. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'll tell you what, just keep an eye out for it. It's on the website. I can look it up, but it'll take me a minute. So.
Oh, I was just wanting for the public to be able to hear it.
Yes, there's a holiday concert at Riverside Park this year on someday and sometime. And Santa will be there, and there'll be hot cocoa. It'll be amazing. Somebody Google that.
Or 20th. The week of the 18th, I think.
Yes, I agree. I just don't have the date at my fingertips. We also decorated Riverside Park today, at least partially. There's a few more lights to go up, but so you can go out there and see some fun lights.
Nice. Good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Anybody else? Any other?
I have some staff comments. I'll go next. So Mayor Pro Tem and councilors, the election season is open. It has been open since about September, but I did send out a media announcement today to the news peeps and all of the directors and to you guys. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that it is open now to the public. Anybody can apply for council positions. Currently, the elected office openings are mayor position 1, councilor positions 5, 6, and 7. So if anybody's interested in running, come in and see me, give me a call, we can arrange an appointment. Filing deadlines are also slightly different this year. Elected incumbents must submit paperwork by February 24th, and new candidates must submit paperwork by March 3rd. That was a change that the legislature made. It is for new candidates to see if there's any incumbents running for a certain position that they are interested in. It just, yeah. So they made that change. Primary election is May 19th, just a reminder. So if you have any questions, let me know about that. I also have packets here, if anybody wants a packet. And a reminder that City Hall is having a holiday open house next Wednesday, December 10th, from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Anybody's invited to join us. We're going to have hot cocoa, we're going to have cookies, we're going to have Santa Claus, we're going to have dogs from Blue Mountain Humane Association. We're also going to have the Grande High School Choir singing some songs for us. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. That's all I got.
Great, that sounds good. Kyle?
One more. The holiday concert and lights is Saturday, December 20th from 4 to 6. Got your back, Stu.
Thank you.
All right, I had 3 things. Street inspections are done. I don't know if you saw it, but we had a nice little Google-looking car driving through town for 2 days, and we did all the street inspections in 2 days. Historically, that takes us 2 weeks. With 4 people, we did it in 2 days with 1. So pretty excited. We should get some data back starting next week, so we can start looking at real-time data on what the street conditions are throughout town. So that's exciting coming.
Does it collect data on just the streets, or does it look at sidewalks, curb cuts?
So it can look at all of them. The problem is everything you want it to look at costs more money.
Yeah, so what do you have it do?
We get 2. So on top of streets, it will also this year be looking at signs. So we'll get a sign inventory where it actually measures what signs you have and what condition they're in. And the second one we were looking at was striping. So we had it take an inventory of all the striping in town, including crosswalks, railroad crossings, and parking stalls. So those were the 2 that we got this year. Next year we can change to 2 new things depending on what we want to look at. So
did you look at all the streets, every street in town?
every street in town that is under our jurisdiction. So we don't cover Adams, we don't cover Island Avenue, any private streets like Lily Loop, a looped street. So since you're changing the name of a loop street, I thought I'd name another one. So, all right. Second one I have labeled is downtown upheaval. So it has begun. You know, the ADA project that's coming through town next year is going to start now. So the next step will be a geotech investigation where they'll actually come down and core holes through the sidewalks where they'll actually take soil samples beneath there. So you're going to start seeing crews down there quite often trying to finish up the design. And before we do, the state will do the bid opening in March. So
this is during Christmas shopping season?
Well, it's going to be during the week when everybody's at work. So they will repair the holes as they're not going to leave them open, but they will not be pulling sidewalk panels at this point. These panels are going to be pulled within the next 6 months, so we really didn't feel a reason to spend taxpayer monies ripping out. So they'll just be, 6-inch diameter holes that they'll cut in the sidewalk. They'll take their samples, they'll finish them off and move on. So that's our next step, but just kind of a pre-warning, these will kind of be the steps that they go through for the next year where downtown is just going to be torn up and disturbed.
And ODOT's doing that?
ODOT is doing the work. They're going to contract out through a consultant that they have. They intend to award in March. Project's anticipated to take 2 summers, so it will be a while. The last one I have is snow removal began this weekend. We did get what I would call a thick frost, not really a snow, and we started spreading gravel. So we just wanted to comfort you in knowing the fleet is ready. Everything is chained up, plows are on, so we're ready when the next snowfall comes. And to remember, you can subscribe to the plowing texting online on the Public Works webpage by sending, I think it's #snow to a certain number, and you will get updates when we are going to be coming out plowing. So.
Responded to one of those texts for the leaf removal, and I never got a text when they came by my house.
I'm working on that.
Okay.
I need a public information officer, but I was in Mexico, sorry.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I was just wondering if I did something wrong. But that's
No, you did not, probably
okay.
not.
Okay.
And that's it, unless you have any questions.
Is it the same number as the leaf removal?
It is not. So it's the same number, but you have to respond to the number. You send a text message to it with a hashtag and a one word. So it's #leaf, #road, #snow. And that would cover road closures, leaf removal, and snow removal.
And are you finished with the leaf removal?
This year, it feels like we're never done. We couldn't get the leaves to drop. We went through town, I think, twice trying to pick up the leaves. So if weather permits, we'd probably still be going through with sweepers trying to get the leaves so that they don't get in the storm system. But this year, we got an early frost, knocked down maybe a third of the leaves, and then they just slowly trickled through. So it's been real hard to determine where we're sending the sweepers every day and how far they're going to get. So,
Okay,
all right. Thanks.
thank you. John, any city manager report or comments?
Nothing other than I'm just looking forward to the sessions that we have scheduled. There is a small chance that the one that's planned for this coming Monday might end up being rescheduled because there's some technical issues going on with the computer, and the instructor hasn't been able to access the needed information in order for us to move forward on it. So we'll have a decision on that tomorrow morning sometime, and then we'll give notice. Other than that, really looking forward to the budget science and strategic planning conversation that we'll have on the 15th of December. Unless you have anything for me, that's all I have. Thank you.
Any counselor comments?
I have a couple things, just announcements. There is a Christmas dinner at the PFC on December 25th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for those who are alone houseless or have nowhere else to go. I think that's a really nice community event. The Holiday Music Festival is Saturday, Sunday too. That's all.
I had a citizen come in to Nature's Pantry and commented how thankful they were that a crosswalk got put in up on 4th Street. Yes, yes. And they want to make sure that that got passed on. So, thank you.
Arts Center East has their opening reception for The Big, which is an exhibit that features local artists and Pacific Northwest artists. And there are some great pieces in there, and that opening reception is from 6 to 8. It is free and open to the public. I highly suggest you go. They're like incredible pieces. So
What date is that?
this Friday.
This
Sorry.
Friday? Okay. I would just like to thank everybody to let them know about the Christmas parade was an absolute, very much of a success. I know Main Street would really like to thank Public Works, the sheriff, the police department, the fire department. Everybody came together with this, and it was beautiful. I think it was one of the largest parades they had. If you haven't,
Oh, wow.
if you went down there, a lot of lights, really pretty. And it was sponsored by Monkeys on the Run. And then they're sponsoring the ball drop this year too. That is happening. We thought we weren't going to have it because Ashley, who has been doing it, we chose not to anymore. But we have 2 new volunteers, Thomas Taylor and Eric Lawrence, are taking that over. So that'll be nice. So that is all I have, and we're going to adjourn into executive session.
And you have to read this real quick
And the
before you
city
adjourn.
of the City of LeGrand City Council will now meet in executive session pursuant to ORS 192.660 with 2F, I guess, to consider information or records that are exempt by law from public inspection. Executive sessions are closed to the public. However, representatives of the media shall be allowed to attend the session. Pursuant to ORS 192.6604, members of the media are asked not to disclose the specific nature of the executive session. No final decision will be made in executive session. The City Council will not reconvene in regular session. But don't we have a
Urban Renewal Agency
renewal
meeting
after the
afterwards.
executive session, right? Okay. So we will be now adjourning to executive session.